Okay, hello students. Good morning, all. Okay, this is the third part C of the mock test history. The amino acid substitution of valine for glutamic acid in hemoglobin S results in aggregation of protein because of interaction between molecules. Dash interaction between the molecules. That is the question given. This is out of syllabus. Okay, not in our syllabus, not in our textbook. Because of dash interactions between the hemoglobin molecule, there will be aggregation of protein molecules. Okay, hemoglobin is a protein. Here S hemoglobin, sickle cell hemoglobin. Observe here, this is the normal HbA gene, and this is the normal. When there is a normal HbA gene which codes for normal HbA peptide, and this is the HbS. Okay, this is the sickle cell HbS gene which codes for sickle cell HbS peptide. Okay, here this is the one only a single base pair change that results in the formation of abnormal HbS. Okay, look at the 7 amino. The sequence may be asked in the next papers or in the NEET exam. This sequence is very important. I will tell you one trick to remember this entire sequence. Okay, you might have learned in chemistry total amino acids. Total amino acids, there are more than 20 amino acids. You learned in chemistry, I think in botany as well. Okay, the non-essential amino acids you can remember here with a trick called AAA, Array Apparao. Array Apparao. CC, Chudu, Guntur, Gorantla, Girls Hostello, Physics Sir, Tire Puncher. Array Apparao, CC, Chudu, Guntur, Gorantla, Girls Hostello, Physics Sir, Tire Puncher. Okay, alanine, arginine, aspartic acid, citrulline, cysteine, okay, glycine, glutamic acid, okay, alanine, arginine, aspartic acid, okay, citrulline, cysteine, glutamine, glutamic acid, okay, glycine, okay, next one, H, this is H, hydroxyproline, proline, okay, proline, serine, tyrosine, Array Apparao, CC, Chudu, Guntur, Gorantla, Girls Hostel, Physics Sir, Tire Puncher. Okay, with this you can remember these all 12 non-essential amino acids. You can remember all the essential amino acids with a trick called HIL, MP, T, T, V. There is one hill. On the hill there is a MP sitting on the hill. కొండపైన MP గారు కూర్చొని టీ తాగుతూ టీవీ చూస్తున్నారు. హిస్టిడిన్, ఐసోలూసిన్, లూసిన్, లైసిన్, మిథియోనిన్, ఫినైలనిన్, థ్రియోనిన్, టీటీవీ, థ్రియోనిన్, tryptophan, valine. Okay, this is the valine, and this is the glutamic acid, G, one of the G's. Okay, that means glutamic acid is non-essential, valine is essential. In place of this essential, what is coming here? In place of this non-essential, it has replaced with valine, which is essential amino. Okay, because of the I will tell you one more code here to remember these all amino acids in sequence. Okay, వాగ్దేవి హాస్టల్లో తిని పడుకునే గుడ్ గర్ల్స్. వాగ్దేవి హాస్టల్లో తిని పడుకునే గుడ్ గర్ల్. Okay, Vagdevi, you already know these all. Leucine, histidine, like codes also in chemistry. Each amino acid is given a specific symbol. Next, what it achieved? Vagdevi హాస్టల్లో తిని పడుకునే, up to the same. Very good girls. Here, good girl. Okay, that girl became very good. Okay, this is the sequence in HbS. Very good, very good. and this is the sequence in HbA peptide normal. Okay, with these tricks you can remember all essential amino acids, non-essential amino acids, and you can also remember the so okay, come here, come back. Amino acid substitution of valine for glutamic acid in HBS. HBS in HBS. This is the HBS. Okay, it replaced glutamic acid. Results in aggregation of protein because of dash interaction between the molecules. Covalent, disulfide, hydrogen bonding, and hydrophobic. The answer is hydrophobic. Let us look at the explanation. Amino acid substitution of valine for glutamic acid in hemoglobin S results in aggregation of abnormal hemoglobin. Because of hemoglobin molecules hemoglobin becomes less soluble. The decreased oxygen concentration makes the hemoglobin to polymerize. For example, especially when the hemoglobin molecules come to systemic veins and pulmonary aorta, where there is a deoxygenated blood, in the deoxygenated blood there is oxygen concentration is low. Okay, makes the okay when the due to the decreased oxygen concentration, which makes the hemoglobin to polymerize into crystals. Okay, I will show you here. Okay, this is the hemoglobin S solution, and this is the hemoglobin S polymerized. Here it is polymerized. Okay, in place of glutamic acid, okay, beta globin gene 6th codon. Okay, gene. Okay, this is the glutamic acid. Okay, in place of that, what has come here? Valine. Okay, because of the here polymerization occurred, and deoxygenate when there is no low oxygen there. Okay, polymerize into crystals, and this distorts the red blood cell into sickle shape. The RBC, okay, becomes into sickle cell because it loses dehydration takes place, it loses water. Okay, replacing of the amino acid glutamic acid with less polar amino acid. What is that? Valine at the 6th position. At which position? Okay, at the 6th position here. Okay, the 6th position of the beta chain favors hydrophobic interaction in the hemoglobin. Hydrophobic interaction happens. Okay, that is a given answer here. You can also see here deoxy-HBS. Okay, when there is low oxygen, especially in the systemic veins and in the pulmonary. Okay, deoxy-HBS polymer forms with the low polymer. Deoxy-HBS polymer forms with low oxygen. Okay, depends on HBS concentration, low pH, high temperature, and high 2,3 dpg. Okay, here low oxygen. Okay, depends on HBS concentration, low pH, high temperature. Membrane is damaged, so RBCs accumulate calcium, lose water, and potassium become rigid and inversibly sickle shape. Sickle cells hemolyze within. Okay, they die within 10 to normal lifespan of RBC is 120. Okay, that means there is a change in the lifespan also here. In the sickle cell disease, the red blood cells are misshapen. Okay, misshapen. The shape has changed. Okay, they are misshapen, like a sickle, and tend to be sticky and clumped together. Normal red blood cells live approximately 120 days, but sickle cells live only 10 to 20 days. Okay, leaving the patients with a serious deficit of healthy cells to deliver oxygen throughout the body. A single choice, identify the organism and the phylum to which it belongs to the in the following diagram. Okay, as I told you in the previous section also, in every paper they are giving nearly 2 to 3 bits from the diagrams. Okay, that means you have to learn each and every diagram present in the biology books 11 and 12. Okay, which phylum? Okay, this belongs to the phylum. Everyone knows Cycon is a marine sponge. Okay, you can remember this one easily. Okay, this is whenever there may be a doubt may arise in our mind, whether it is Euspongium or whether it is Spongilla or it is a Cycon or Skypa. Okay, Cycon. Remember Cypholicon. Cypholicon. Cypholicon, he is a Cypholicon and he has two wives. He has two wives. Cypholicon is there in the middle, and on either side his wives are there. Okay, one a new wife and old wife. Okay, in that way you can remember in a funny way. And Euspongia. Okay, Euspongia is nothing but like a soap box. Here is a soap box. It is a bath sponge, and you can remember like that. Okay, next one, what is another one? Spongilla. Okay, Spongilla, Mygilla, Prakasingilla, and okay, everyone has its own Gilla. We have freshwater sponge. Okay, like that. Cycon is a marine sponge. Okay, whereas Spongilla is a freshwater sponge. Most of the poriferans are marine and remains attached to the solid substrate like substrata like rocks, shells of mollusks and corals. And body wall contains numerous pores called ostia, through which water enters in the body, and through a canal system into the canal central body cavity. What is that? Spongocyl, and finally goes out through ostium. Okay, everyone knows this one. Okay, next one. The member of this phylum are terrestrial or aquatic, having an organ system level of organization, organ and bilateral symmetry, triploblastic, segmented, eucoelomate animals, mollusca, arthropoda, platyhelminthes, and echinodermata. Here they are asking here terrestrial and or aquatic. Echinodermates are exclusively marine, exclusively aquatic also. But here, what they asked here, terrestrial. That means it is not the correct. Next one, platyhelminthes lived. They are terrestrial also. Platyhelminthes also terrestrial. Arthropoda terrestrial. They are also terrestrial aquatic. Molluscans are also terrestrial aquatic. Then what? Okay, this point, it is applying to these three. Okay, that means what you have to understand from the previous bit and this bit. That means you have to understand, you have to remember the habitat of all the phyla you have to study, especially exclusively marine phyla. What are the which phyla animals live in both the terrestrial as well as in water? You have to remember that. Let us see here explanation. The body of arthropod is bilateral. Here the conditions are bilateral, triploblastic with organ level of organization. Head is distinct with high degree of cephalization. Head. Okay, head first time formed in the platyhelminthes. Cephalization occurs in the platyhelminthes, but a definite head is formed in arthropoda. Clear with the eyes, everything is formed. But in platyhelminthes in tapeworm, there is a scolex is there. It is nothing like a head. Okay, first time cephalization occurred in platyhelminthes, but a well-developed head is cephalization occurred in arthropoda phylum, and consists of fused segments. Bear well-developed fused segment. How many segments are fused to form a head in cockroach? 6. And be well-developed sense organs such as eyes are there. Okay, simple eyes, compound eyes, and next one, antennae are there. Arthropods have various shapes with extremely externally segmented body. Next one, segmentation is either two region head and trunk, or cephalothorax and abdomen, and three regions to head, thorax, abdomen. Okay, some have cephalothorax and abdomen. Okay, some have, for example, if you take crustacean, there is cephalothorax and abdomen, and if you take insects, there are three regions or three tegmata there in the body: head, thorax, and abdomen. And some are all segments were jointed. Some segments are all segments have jointed appendages. Hence the name arthropoda and arthro joints and poda feet. No internal segmentation like annelida. Like annelida, that means annelida segmentation as well as external segmentation. Segmentation is found in three phyla. Chordata phylum has segmentation. Arthropoda phylum has segmentation. And next one, what is annelida phylum has segmentation, but no segmentation in mollusca. Mollusca is unsegmented. Very important. Okay, here. Okay, next one, the body wall consists of cuticle composite. It is also important. It was also in previous NEET exam. And chitin, which is further strengthened by deposition of mineral, that is calcium phosphate and calcium carbonate. Here what it supports is the arthropoda phylum. Okay, right. Next one is the process during which the differentiation occurs without any cell division. The process during which differentiation occurs without differentiation must occur, but cell division should not occur. Without cell division. Okay, if you look at the figure given in our textbook, here there is a differentiation here. Here there is division as well as differentiation. Okay, here there is a division as well as a differentiation occurred here. But here only differentiation you can observe here. Differentiation, no division here. Mitosis taking place. Okay, what they are asking is, okay, the process during which differentiation occurs without any cell division. Okay, during the spermiogenesis, you can observe here. Spermiogenesis, you know what is meant by spermiogenesis here. You can observe here, this is the spermatocytogenesis. Okay, this is spermatidogenesis and spermiogenesis and spermiation. What do you mean by spermiation? Release of sperms into lumen from the cells. Okay, from the cells which are Sertoli cell. Okay, the sperms embedded their heads. Okay, you can observe here, this is the Sertoli cell. Okay, this is the Sertoli cell. Okay, sperms embedded their head in the Sertoli cell and they are liberated from that place into the lumen. This process is called as a spermiation. Okay, they asked here, what they asked here, one is spermiogenesis. Another, what is meant by spermatocytogenesis? Spermatocytogenesis means formation of spermatocyte. What are they? Primary spermatocytes and the secondary spermatocyte. This is called, it is also given as spermatidogenesis. Here spermiogenesis, formation of the sperm, and this is called spermiation. It was given in the previous NEET exam. These two were given in the previous NEET exam. Okay, in this diagram you can understand so many things. This is the seminiferous tubule. There are three parts that you can see here: basal part and luminar part, adluminal part, proliferation phase. This is mitosis phase. This is differentiation phase here. Okay, then we can expect many bits here. What is diploid stage? What is haploid stage? How many sperms are formed from two primary spermatocytes? Like that, we can expect many numericals from this section. Observe this diagram carefully here. Spermatogonia and primary spermatocytes, secondary spermatocytes, spermatids, elongated spermatids, and finally sperm cells are formed. Next one, the dorsal and hollow central nervous system is found in here. Example. Okay. Some of you are maybe afraid of learning examples, especially in the annual file. Some students leave them, but if you leave them, that means you are leaving. Okay, you are losing marks, nearly 2 to 3 bits. Okay, and earlier we learned Psychon. There two examples are. First of all, when you learn Animal Kingdom, phylum, first what you have to do. You learn examples. First, you have to learn there are more than 100 examples, less than 105 examples around. First, you have to learn those examples. Otherwise, you cannot answer these bits. The dorsal and hollow central nervous system is found in dorsal and hollow. Generally, it is found in cortex. Before loligo, that means you should know which phylum these organisms belong. Okay, the limulus belong to Arthropoda, Dentalium pulsellum. Dentalium belongs to Mollusca, and Loligo sweet. Loligo belongs to Mollusca phylum, and before Chordata phylum. In chordates, four common features appear at some point during the development. They are notochord, dorsal hollow nerve cord, pharyngeal gill slits, and post-anal tail. Okay, I have made already 3 videos regarding these examples. Okay, 4 videos total, with the tricks. Okay, you can try those. Okay, whether they work out for you or not. And which are the following? This is from the breathing and exchange of gases. Which of the following factors contribute to the reduction of pulmonary volume? Okay, when the pulmonary volume increases, our lungs are situated in the thoracic cavity, which is airtight chamber. Okay, when our thoracic volume increases, pulmonary volume increases. Here, reduction, decrease. Whenever when pulmonary volume increase. Okay, when our phrenic muscles contract, when our external intercostal muscles. Okay, when they contract, intercostal muscles contract, at that time there is an increase in the pulmonary volume. But what they ask here, reduction. That means during expiration. During expiration, what takes place? Relaxation of diaphragm takes place. Diaphragm again comes back. Diaphragm during inspiration like a dome. Okay, during inspiration it is pulled down. Sorry. Okay, during expiration again it comes back to normal state. That means relaxation. And next one, another one, during expiration, relaxation of intercostal muscles also takes place, and sternum, which came forward and upward during inspiration, sternum comes forward as well as upward. Okay, now sternum comes to normal position. These all things reduce the volume of the pulmonary volume, intrapulmonary volume, the volume inside the lungs. Inspiration occurs when lung pressure is decreased below atmospheric pressure. Can you tell me what is the normal atmospheric pressure? Any one of you, can you tell me what is the normal atmospheric pressure? Do you know? Okay, some of you may say 1 barometer like that. What is the normal atmospheric pressure? What is the normal? 760 centimeters, 760 millimeters, or 76 centimeters. That is the normal atmospheric pressure. Okay, inspiration occurs when lung pressure is decreased below atmosphere. That means the pressure in the lungs must be lesser than 760 centimeters for the inspiration. Expiration, on the other hand, occurs when the lung pressure is increased. When the pressure in the lungs is greater than 760 centimeters, then expiration takes place. Okay, these are the diagrams. So what happened during inspiration, what happened during expiration. External intercostal muscles, here what happened? Relax. Okay, external intercostal muscles, relaxation takes place. And next one, okay, another one, internal intercostal muscles and abdominal contract for active expiration only. Okay, next, forced expiration. And diaphragm, what happened to diaphragm? Diaphragm here, sternum depresses, sternum comes back to its normal position. These all things take place during expiration, and pulmonary volume also decreases. Okay, I have made 3 videos related to these pulmonary volumes and capacities. I have drawn one tabular form by which you can remember these all. Okay, which are the incorrect following. Okay, you can understand if you follow that table. Okay, that's the end of this video. In the next video, I will finish remaining all bits. I will try to complete up to 89.